Ticket Machine is the official ticket broker of Spartan Nation. No matter what you need a ticket for, border to border, coast to coast, the Ticket Machine is your ticket source. So whether you need to get into the hottest concerts, the best sporting events, you want the best seats in the house, or you just want to get in the door, when you want to go to any event that requires a ticket, anywhere, border to border, coast to coast, it's always theticketmachine.com. Theticketmachine.com, 517-655-3201. Check it out today at theticketmachine.com.
Wyoming, huh? Laramie, been there.
Hopefully it was not a great trip.
Always a good trip. The food's always good.
That's true.
That road hotel we stay at right there.
Coach, let's start digging in with Indiana. What sticks out to you on film?
Well, very competitive, highly execute very well. They know what they're doing. They play together, expect to win, great attitude, and been a competitor in every game.
With Peyton Ramsey, Coach Antonio said he's like Brian in a lot of ways, the workie. How do you deal with his mobility and all that stuff? Just
as we deal with all the other guys. He's a triple threat. That's why he's in the game. He was a nemesis to their defense as a freshman, and they knew what they had in this young man. He's a coach's kid. He understands the game, and he's, like I said, he's a triple threat. He's poised. He understands the game, and that's a good thing for them.
Going back and watching the footage from the Minnesota game, now that you have a couple days to kind of boil it, what would you kind of tell the guys on the defense after watching that fourth quarter?
Finish. That's what the game's all about. You go from a high motor to 4 plays in the third quarter to have to get back out there and finish the game, and that's what it's all about. You got a young set of guys out there sometimes, and it's about finishing the game, and that was our big deal with them, finishing in the fourth quarter, and we didn't do that.
Is that something that you kind of constantly harp on with the youth of this team, since they might not have experienced that before?
No doubt, and experience is the true teacher. Just in anything you do, and that's what we're constantly building on that. And everything's something new you have to learn and put it in the bank and learn from it. And our kids are doing that, and we got to continue to finish and learn from our mistakes. That's the game, and that's daily life.
Joe Bocci said yesterday that he thinks the reason maybe the team's struggling in fourth quarter to close people out is guys are relaxing. And obviously he's working with them and talking with them about it. As a coach, is that just something, because obviously you don't teach that, you just want to beat your head against the wall sometimes with young players because of that kind of stuff?
Well, and that's all the things they're doing. I mean, whether that's schoolwork or whether that's attention to detail in church when you're listening to the preacher, and whether that's mom and dad when they're scolding you when you got to finish things. And I think it's just a due process that we must go through and continue to give them that information that life is about how you finish, and not necessarily how you start. Who can finish best? And the teams that we play in the future, you got to be able to finish the games. And yes, that's a part of what we're doing. And hey, the truth is in the pudding. We did not finish, and we're harping on that.
Coach, can you talk about Kenny Willekes and kind of where he was when he first came in to where he is now? What the guy you're seeing now?
Well, we're seeing the same guy. He was a linebacker coming here, so he's a linebacker that understands the defense, the ability to lead, and then being able to come to the defensive line and carry that over. It's been a pleasure. So he was doing that from the start here. Just wanted to get bigger, faster, stronger, but he has always had that leadership coming from the linebacker position and leading our group. So we're proud of what he's doing.
Your interior guys, Mike and Raekwon, how much have you seen them develop, just grow over the course of the first 6 games?
Well, had to throw them in there last year. They've grown, they've matured. They continue to grasp and understand what we're trying to get done, and we like that. They're strong at the point of attack, and we got to bring the other guys along also with the ability to get them on the field. But those two guys have shown that they understand the game and want to continue to improve. They're hungry all the time. So what we've seen is their maturation grow and being steady and consistent with what we ask them to do, not just one-hit wonders.
Coach Antonio mentioned Naquan Jones and how you didn't have him last year. Has he been a difference maker for you guys this year?
Well, again, he's a young kid that's a redshirt freshman, and we feel confident in putting him in the game, and he's shown that he can take the load, and we just got to continue to throw him in there. You know how it is with young guys, but we got to continue to put him in the game and expect to see him a lot more. But we're proud of what he's doing, and he's got to continue to mature and be consistent.
For Demetrius Cooper to kind of get back to where he is, I mean, can you just speak about his journey, about, you know, what he's kind of learned over the last X amount of months?
Well, he's learned that being a senior and a graduate, that you can finish things, and then to go out and be a part of this group, it's a testament about Coach D giving you the opportunity and you taking advantage of it. So, and that's what that's all about, and we're proud of what he's doing.
What about Indiana's offensive line? What do you see there?
Well, their left side's probably the most experienced. They do have a right tackle that's come back and played against us last year. But what I see is a young, aggressive group that know what they're trying to get done. It starts with their left tackle, who does a tremendous job over there, and he's a kid that I think he leads the group. But they're young, they're sophomores, but they've had a chance to play as true freshmen and redshirt freshmen. But what they ask them to do, they get done, that's for sure. And seems to be very interchangeable. It's probably inside more than outside. Pretty consistent at the left and right tackle.
When they throw the ball, do they get it out as quickly as they've done in the past in terms of throwing it and releasing it?
Well, based on who's in the game, they get it out just as quick as they before. And I think they play to the strengths of the quarterback that's in the game. I think the other kid, Lego, had a quicker release in what he had to get done, and this kid his mobility has allowed him to do other things and creates a triple threat. But I think they get the ball out in a timely manner regardless of who's in the game.
For all this talk about finishing, you guys are still winning these games as opposed to last year where you had leads and kind of let them go. Have you noticed anything different from your guys that's led to them finding a way at the end to close it out, regardless of how ugly it looks?
Finding ways to win, that's the answer right there, because each week it's different, and we can go back to last year where we were up in a lot of games, and we're using that as an example, as a classroom showing of guys when we finish and when we don't finish, and is it us or is it them? And I think us taking account of what we did last year and improving part of it has been a key for us this year. But more importantly, the opportunity to get as many guys on the field has been good with these young guys. So the experience, the understanding of what we did and learning from it, I think that's been key for us in having the opportunity to win this year.
Willikis has had a little bit of a breakthrough stat-wise. You think that's coming for Cooper now? How's Cooper coming along, Demetrius Cooper?
Well, the action speaks louder than word. Cooper's on the field just as much as Willikis is on the field. There's two guys that have shown that they can take boundary and field in. I think they've done well together. I think that's just a product of the defense, and it's a product of those guys taking advantage of their opportunities to be on the field a lot more. I think they're both on the field a lot. So as far as the difference, I think they're the same, and it's good to see.
Speaking of Peyton Ramsey's mobility, I mean, you talk about a lot, being a triple threat and all that, but how important will it be to just kind of stop the run? I mean, I know that's a goal for you guys of going into it every
That is always paramount, and that's what we're going to do. That's the center stone of what we do in our defense, is being able to stop the run and then work from there. I think that's a part of a defense philosophy that all coaches have. When you can stop the run, it allows you to be more one-dimensional, and then you put yourself in a position to put some pressure on the quarterback.
You got the sledgehammer last week.
MSU, he had the most this year, 5.
Had the
Mike,
most what? He's had,
Mike,
Yeah.
yes.
he's had the most
In one game, he had 5.
5 what?
Destructions. That means the ability to penetrate and affect the play.
All right, you guys all good? Yep. All right.
We appreciate you.